Welcome to What the Fit, a podcast about what it means to be fit, whatever the fuck that means. Kyland, hello. Welcome back.
Thank you. What an honor to be back.
I'm so excited. I'm like,
too.
we got like a little catch-up time before we started, but
finally,
I know we're just like I said right before we started. I'm like, I feel so removed from like the Cincy fitness scene with the girlies, and like we said, it's a season, whatever, and it's just like part of, I think, you know, one's like natural evolution of self, right?
Absolutely.
But I think about you all the time, and I think about the studio. I really now
the yoga.
I know. I really now think
my yoga girl
about doing a Pilates class, like doing like an X-Former class.
Yeah.
I would die.
You would die, but
I would die,
but
Kyland.
You would be shocked at how much quicker this time around your body would acclimate than when you first did it.
I believe you, and I'm like holding that is like the encouragement, because I haven't been to the gym. I haven't done a formal workout since middle of October.
That's okay. We got to dip your toes. It's also
you
the
can't
winter.
dip your toe in a fucking that kind of class. You got to be ready. You talk
gotta
about
be
go to war. You got to be ready. The Pilates girlies do not fuck around.
They do not. We are committed.
I remember like when I was going through like my really bad breakup, and when did you open the studio? In 23?
Yeah, August 23.
Yes. So I literally ended my relationship in August of 23.
I kind of remember this because I had just come in for the podcast, we had talked about maybe me coming in for the podcast right around then. Yeah. And you were like, I'm going through it.
I'm going through it. And I was coming to Pilates like, you know, like every week, whatever. And it was like such my anchor, you know, and I would like really welcome the difficulty and the challenge as a way to kind of like get more into my body, get out of my head. Like it was so helpful. So I'm so grateful for that. But yeah, no, I need to like, I need to ease. I've never, since I was 18, let's call it, since I was like working out on my own, I've never stopped and gotten back into shape.
Okay. Me neither until pregnancy. But I will say it is almost more rewarding to take that break. Yeah. And then you come back in and to see your body change and feel stronger. It's a different sense of empowerment. Yeah. Than what you've experienced before. You took for granted.
Yes.
Like
I know. I
just the routine of it. Mm-hmm. And now like coming back into it, you're going to be like, I am an effing strong badass. Right. You know, like I can do this. Right. Yeah. And seeing yourself evolve because you haven't plateaued yet, you know?
Yeah. No, for sure.
We've got a lot to like get back into.
I know. Okay, so let's talk about getting back into. I'm really happy to have you on here. I want to catch up, like give people kind of a quick overview of what you do in the community that you've built. And then I want to talk about baby,
my whole world. Peyton. Yeah.
How old is she?
She's 9 months.
9 months.
It's flown by.
Yeah, I'm sure. 9
but
months
also
will
been 50,000 years.
Absolutely. But I love having these conversations with women. One, because I think it's just so helpful for other women, you know, that to know like these feelings aren't their own. They're not alone. Right. There is no like normal or you know what I mean? Or like, right. And just for me, I think that it's just like becoming a mother and like going through that experience to me is just like the superpower of the whole entire world.
Yeah, women are super women, like magical. So I just love hearing about that. And also I think it's really going to inspire me personally because there is such, I would imagine, transition and grief along with becoming a mother. Like it's like a shedding of an old self. There are new routines. There's new schedule. Like there's a whole new life to take into account, right? And while I haven't done that exact same thing, or maybe not everyone has done that exact same thing, I think people can appreciate and relate to like that big transition in life. Yeah. And you just went into a big leap of faith by, you know, no longer being in the corporate world. Yep. And we were just talking about this where like you need to find a sense of yourself again. But it's like who a new am I?
Self. It's like an old self and new.
And it's like, what do I want to bring into my new life from my old life? And how does this fit into my new lifestyle? And I think that's all relevant to everybody. Yeah. Like we all go through phases of change. Now becoming a mother, it's like a whole other life that you're responsible for now too, is an added layer. But I mean, I think everyone can relate to shifts.
I agree. Okay, so let's do a quick talk about Totality Sculpt.
Sure,
You're the owner of Totality Sculpt. It's over in Oakley. You've been in business for a couple years now.
Yeah.
Talk about the studio and what you guys do, just to give people a refresher.
So I own and founded Totality Sculpt, which is in Oakley on Alston Street, as you mentioned. And we have X-Former Pilates, which is strength-based Pilates method on an X-Former machine. We call it X-Sculpt. And then we have the VersaClimber classes, which are 30-minute beat-based classes on a VersaClimber. We call it Climb.
Yeah.
That's under these fun lights, banging music.
You're like at a club.
You're at a club
for
30 minutes and you burn 22.5 calories every minute. It's crazy.
Yeah.
In the best way.
Yeah.
And then our final room is the hot room, which we have yoga, mat Pilates, and then a strength-based mat class called Total Tone. We have wonderful yin classes. I mean, that room is super special and we have a wide range in that room. So a little something for everyone and also a little everything for each client. So it's awesome.
No, it's it's such a beautiful studio. Everyone is so welcoming.
Oh my gosh,
so
the community is everything.
You have such an engaged community.
Thank you.
That's something you should be really proud of. Yeah. Okay, so you said baby is 9 months old.
Yeah.
So let's start with like the pregnancy itself.
Sure.
Like, how was that experience for you? Was it what you expected?
No. I was obsessed with pregnancy before I got pregnant.
Okay.
So before I got pregnant. And now I'm like, I don't know if I'll ever do it again.
Really?
But I don't know.
That's fair. What do you mean it's fair?
We'll see. I want another kid, but I don't know that I don't know.
You don't have to make that decision right now.
No, I don't.
Maybe the longer you go, the more your brain will forget.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But Peyton's my second pregnancy, actually.
Oh, okay.
So my first pregnancy was ectopic. And so I had to have a medical abortion, which was a really big challenge.
Yeah.
And something that I like say to everyone who's like, I want to get pregnant. I have X, Y, and Z issues. I'm like, or they get pregnant right away or whatever. Every woman, as soon as you decide, I think I want to have a baby, it's pretty much traumatic from there on out. But it's also the most beautiful thing in the world.
Right.
It's like a special thing that all of us are bonded through.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And when you say traumatic, what do you mean? Just like
either you're not getting pregnant as fast as you thought, and then there's all these pregnancy announcements around you. Or you get pregnant and you're like, oh my gosh, yay, it worked. Now I'm scared about miscarrying or issues.
Yeah.
And
then let's say you make it through then it's just like
then it's full term, and then it's like, and I don't mean traumatic in a negative way. I mean in a like
significant way.
Yeah. Like your life is altered the moment you decide you want a baby.
Correct. Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy. But yeah, my first pregnancy was ectopic. So I had to have a medical abortion, and that was hard.
Yeah, I would imagine that would be extremely difficult.
Extremely difficult mentally, physically.
Yeah. So you like how far along were you before?
So we don't 100% know.
Got you.
Because I wasn't trying the first time.
Got you.
And just realized I hadn't had my period in like 2 months.
Yeah.
So probably 8 to 9 weeks.
Okay.
And took a test and everything looked good. And then my numbers were just a little crazy when you get your blood drawn and they see how pregnant you are. My numbers were kind of all over the place. So they were like, you're either going to miscarry or this is ectopic.
They just straight up tell you.
Yeah.
They just straight up tell you.
Yeah, they just straight up tell you.
You're
not
like,
in person, like over the phone. Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No. Yeah. That like I think every woman will be like, yep, that sounds right. Yeah.
They're just like, nah.
Yeah. So we have bad news, and you like instantly, like, you know, when you're getting the call within a couple hours of your test that something's wrong.
Okay. So you have to go back in. And ectopic is when it like attaches in the wrong place.
Yes. So mine was stuck in my right fallopian tube.
Yes. Okay.
Which
can be really dangerous because you could potentially, I have a friend that had an ectopic pregnancy and she lost a fallopian tube.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. So and you can die.
Yeah.
Like if it's not caught, I say there's all these like magical beings that like led me to even find out that I was pregnant early enough that I didn't experience like a loss in my tube or a loss of my, you can like lose an arm somehow. I don't know. It's a crazy thing.
Of course.
So,
like it's not enough that like you don't get to have a baby. Like you also get to lose the fucking limb.
Yeah. But no, I like know my body pretty well. So my doctor was like, if you don't start miscarrying it's likely ectopic. Keep an eye out for stabbing pains. I'm like, I've been having those.
Okay.
I thought that was normal. It felt like a literal
like
stab.
A knife.
So then I had that, and my husband and I went to the hospital and terminated it. Yeah.
And then how long was it until you got pregnant with your daughter?
So then you're supposed to wait for some amount of time.
Okay.
And you work with your doctor on like the dosage of your medication that you took. And
this is a whole thing.
It's a whole process.
Thing. Yeah.
So even though we didn't try the first time, once I got pregnant, I'm like, I want this so badly.
Of course.
And then to lose it, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to get pregnant yesterday. And I was in a really dark place for a bit. And
I'm sure. And just like hormonally things are
effed up.
Yeah.
And
plus just grief,
grief and sadness.
Yeah.
And there's nothing like it. It's the darkest place to be. Pregnancy loss is the darkest place in the world.
Yeah.
And my heart breaks every time I hear someone is experiencing that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So I worked with doctors to find out when I was safe to get pregnant again. And then we weren't getting pregnant. And I'm like, this is just not meant to be for me. But I got pregnant then in August of 2024 with my perfect angel baby.
Yeah. And so then how was the experience of that pregnancy?
So then that pregnancy, I had really bad morning sickness, which I think is super common.
Okay, right.
But around halfway through, I was still really sick and really swollen. So I ended up getting preeclampsia.
Okay, what is that?
It's high blood pressure.
Yeah, okay.
When you're pregnant.
And this can just happen. This literally can just happen.
To anyone.
And to anyone.
And a lot of people like say like, oh, if you work out, you're not going to get it. No one was working out more than me. Like I own a fitness studio and I eat really healthy, really clean. So it happens to some people.
I think you bring up such a good point too. And I think this is applicable around like, I think we can get into a trap as women sometimes to think like, I'm doing everything right.
Totally. And there's a lot of guilt around that.
Yeah. Right? Like I'm doing everything right. I am being so perfect. I am being so optimal. I am on all my shit. You know, like we become so concerned with this because we believe it will somehow protect us and keep us safe. Like I think it can be used as this like means of control, like this other area of control
and
of our life.
And that's the best way to explain it, like means of control. Like I'm doing all the right things, checking all the boxes. And
then it becomes devastating when
it doesn't work.
When something is happening where you're like, I'm doing everything.
Yeah. And you mentioned like the grief portion earlier, like grieving like that side of you. And there was a lot of grief for me. And this isn't the pregnancy I thought it was going to be for the second time. Like
you had this idea.
I had this idea because I was obsessed. Like I would listen to podcasts about it. Like I thought, I'm like, the woman body is so cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then once I experienced it, I'm like,
it doesn't feel so fucking cool.
Not so cool.
It doesn't feel so cool.
But yeah. But I mean, you know, who am I to complain? I ended up with a healthy baby and I'm safe and
yeah, of course.
But
it's hard. And also like it's difficult and we can we can talk about that and like hold space for that too. So with the preeclampsia, like is there anything special you had to do? Like did you have to alter your routines? Did you think like, oh, I'm going to be eating this way, I'm going to be moving this way, I'm going to be feeling this way, and then it was like that's not how it showed up?
So I didn't know I had preeclampsia for most of my pregnancy that I had preeclampsia during, because there's all these markers that your doctors look for. And I was already being monitored a lot because I had that previous loss.
Yeah.
So it's not that something was missed. It was more all these pieces were showing up at different times and none of them together to indicate preeclampsia.
Yeah, okay.
So I had like the protein in my urine, but no high blood pressure. And then I had the pain in my upper right abdomen from my liver, but like they also thought it could be the baby's feet.
Right.
But now that we know I had preeclampsia and it turned into HELP syndrome, which is failure of organs, then now we know like all these things.
So then what did you have to do?
So around 36 weeks, I was feeling crappy and I went into the studio.
Yeah. And all this to say, as you're pregnant, you're teaching fitness classes
and
you're
running a studio, managing like 50 people.
Yes. Making sure everyone feels good about the experience that you're providing, that it's consistent, that you're high energy, that you're doing all of these things.
And pretending like I'm
while your organs are failing.
Yeah, but I didn't know.
Yeah, well, of course you didn't know, because hopefully if you did know,
I would have been in the hospital. Yeah, gotcha. I got really blessed. I have a manager. Her name is Sam, and she I say she saves my life, and she really did. Like, she gave me the ability to care for myself. So thank God for Sam.
Yeah, that's so important.
But I went into the studio and I felt crappy, and my husband was golfing naturally.
Of course.
And one of my good friends, who's also an instructor, who's also an NP, nurse practitioner, she had just gone through her OB round, and she had inklings in her head, because she knows what I look like normally.
Yeah.
And what I was looking like was I was so swollen.
Oh, like retaining so much fluid.
It's almost like funny to look at photos of myself. I don't have a jawline at all. Still working on getting it back. But I was crazy.
Yeah.
Swollen. Shoes didn't fit. And not just like, oh, my feet grew in pregnancy. Like, literally, socks didn't fit. Socks did not fit. Like, I was so swollen.
And I cannot imagine what that does to one's mind.
No, it's
and
really...
when you look in the mirror and when you're like...
No, it's really hard.
Really hard.
Like...
You think, will I ever... Is this the way I look now?
Yeah.
Is this the new normal?
And I'm grateful you brought that up, because I think a lot of pregnant women experience, like, either the opposite of body dysmorphia, where they're like... my body is so magical, it healed a lot of things for me. Or what I unfortunately experienced is like, I've never experienced body dysmorphia, and now I can't look at myself the same. It's really a shame, and it's something I'm actively working on healing.
Right. Because you almost feel like you were betrayed by your body.
I feel like I was betrayed by my body, and I still feel that way. And I'm that's a major component to like being scared to get pregnant again in the future. Yeah. It's really hard to look at myself and be like, this is the reality, versus thinking I still look that same way that I did.
I know.
It's hard.
And I think people can relate. Just anytime our body like changes in a way where we feel like we don't have control over it. Like if it's gaining weight, if it's losing weight, you know, like anything like that where we're not intentionally trying to manipulate it in some way.
Right.
It feels like, are you working against me, bitch? Yeah. Like, what's going on?
And it's so hormonal driven, and we have no control over that unless we're like deep diving in our hormones every week, which like not realistic.
And also you can still be doing that, which I did. I went through a period where I got my microbiome tested. I got my hormones tested or whatever. And like, it's still like, I think a lot of it so much is just like
mindset. Yeah. And time.
Yeah. We want things to happen like this.
I know, we really do.
We've been, practicing patterns or behaviors over years that have led to a certain, whatever's going on. That's like taking your gut supplements for 6 months might not be the whole thing.
It's not, that's not the driving force.
Yeah, it might not be.
Yeah.
But yeah, so dealing with a lot of like body stuff.
Totally.
Yeah.
And like, unfortunately, I think that lasts for a long time. So just trying to be kinder to myself with it, and recognizing it takes time. Like I look back at where I was recording videos when I was postpartum because I couldn't get my blood pressure up to a certain amount. And I look back at those videos and I'm like, okay, Kyland, you are so strong. You've come so far.
Yeah.
And, so it's like, I know this logically.
Oh yeah, of course.
But then it's healing that inner self of,
the part of you
kindness for myself.
Yeah, the part of you that has such an attachment to the identity of that body, right? And like who you were there, which makes sense.
To your point, and then it failed me.
Yeah.
And like that's really hard because I've always been strong, and I've always like had the mindset of I treat my body like so good that for it to kind of betray me was like really hurtful.
Yeah. I totally get that.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Okay, so you make it through.
I make it through. I'm at 36 weeks pregnant.
No socks and all.
No socks. I'm at work. I feel like shit. Yeah. My nurse practitioner instructor friend, she is like, Kyland, you need to have Jack. I ended up calling my brother-in-law to work front desk so I could go home. Like, I do not feel good.
Yeah.
I fall asleep and don't remember falling asleep. I'm like, I am not okay. I'm texting my friend who saw me at the studio, and she's like, you need Jack to come home right now and bring a blood pressure cuff. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And so he does that. My blood pressure reading was 210 over 105. Normal is like 110, 120 over like 70.
Okay, so we got some high stuff
So
going
I
on.
didn't even know what that high blood pressure. I'm like, okay, it's this. And Adriana's like, go to the hospital right now. We call my OB. My OB's like, you're talking. Is that a real blood pressure reading? So we redo it. Same reading. Like, apparently that's so high. I should have been seizing.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so lucky.
Yeah.
So lucky that I was okay.
Yeah.
Asterisk. Like,
yeah.
Walking, talking, fine. Not fine, but fine.
Yeah.
Relative.
Conscious, I guess. Yeah.
Conscious.
Yeah.
So we get to the hospital and they immediately send us back. And my husband's like, wow, they get us back there quickly. I'm like, yeah, it's because this is a really,
serious.
really bad situation, but whatever, live in La La Land. It's good for you. It's good for both of us.
Yeah, be where you got to be. Yeah.
So yeah, word to the wise, if you're getting rushed back, it's probably not great news. We want to be in the waiting room. And so we get back there and they're like, okay, you guys are going to have your baby today. And because my blood pressure wasn't lowering.
Yeah.
So they gave me some medicine and it kept not lowering. We were able to get it down to like a steady 160 over, I don't remember, which is still considered extremely high, but safer than 200. So got induced.
Okay.
And like,
how did they induce you? Because there's so many different ways to be induced.
There's so many. So I was put on something called the MEG.
Okay.
And if anyone else has had preeclampsia and they're listening to this and they hear that word, they're probably triggered. It's awful. Have you ever like...
Yeah, try to describe it to me.
Okay. I don't even know how to describe it.
Yeah.
It's like you're so high, you're in a different world.
Okay, but are you like...
But not in a good way.
Not in a good way. It's bad. Do you feel like you're like on Earth or like you're somewhere else?
Like everything's there. It feels like there's a literal cloud all around you, and your head is in the cloud stuck.
Oh my God!
It is unexplainable.
It's not a comfortable feeling. Are you like aware of your thoughts? Can you be like, okay, this is weird. I'm thinking. Like, are you like aware of yourself?
You're aware of your thoughts. You're aware, but like it's almost like a delayed state of mind. So things are happening. I'm falling in and out of sleep and I don't even realize it.
Yeah, but you're like aware enough to know it's not comfortable.
Aware enough to know that I was in pain too from the contractions. So I got Pitocin and then I wasn't dilated at all. So they're doing something.
Those meds, those drugs are like making you contract, like your uterus.
So the
contract.
Pitocin, I think, is what made me contract. I mean, honestly, I was in such a haze. I have no idea.
Right, yeah.
The MEG, though, was for the blood pressure.
Okay.
The MEG is the blood pressure that has nothing to do with the getting induced.
God, so
the getting induced wasn't so bad, I don't think. And my husband's going to be like, Kyland, it was so bad.
You're not remembering correctly.
I'm not remembering correctly.
That's designed that way.
Yeah. Yes, correct. And I got I remember I was like, I want to go as long as I can without the epidural because I want to be able to walk around.
Oh, okay.
Well, I wasn't thinking straight, obviously, because I couldn't walk around
anyway
because of my blood pressure.
Yeah, you should have just got that.
So I should have gotten it earlier.
Yeah.
But I was like so set on my birth plan that I had before this whole thing.
Oh, yeah. You were committed.
I was committed.
Which most
and Jack was like,
yeah.
As he was told to be, very like, this is her birth plan. But then I'm like, give me the epidural right now or give me a C-section. Like, I'm over this.
Because it was really, the contractions were like very painful.
Very, very painful.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to explain those.
So I've had an IUD in a couple of times, and when the IUD is in, like your uterus like cramps around it, and so to me that's
the closest way you could feel it.
I feel like not having
it's like that, but that's how they start.
And
then they progress
until something's like
so. Imagine like your IUD, but like a little as it gets worse and worse.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Oh, no. The process of getting the IUD in for me, and I think other people, was like one of the most intensely painful, like crippling experiences that I've gone through.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Oh my God. I thought it was terrible. Did you have it before you got pregnant or after?
Both.
Okay. Because I've heard that it's better after.
After, it's a walk in the park.
Yeah. No, for me, it was so like the actual like insertion
was
right? Fine. That's not it. It's then as soon as it goes in and it feels like you're about to shit your pants.
Yeah, it's awful. I agree. It's bad.
But then mine like lasted like the rest of the day. It just felt like I had intense cramping.
Cramping. Yeah. It's just so uncomfortable. Yeah. It's like that, but progresses.
Yeah.
Forward.
Just keeps going worse. Yeah, getting worse. Okay.
But honestly, the labor part, and my friends all laugh. They're like, "You just don't remember, right?" Like, I enjoyed it. I thought it was.
You enjoyed it.
Like, I think I remember wrong. Yeah, I think that's true.
Yeah.
And but I don't remember like a lot of it.
Right.
But I do remember my doctor was amazing, and I told her I really want a vaginal birth because
the recovery.
Yeah. I teach fitness. Yes. It was just really important to me that something
go right.
Yeah. And she's like, "Did you work out throughout pregnancy?" And then she knew I owned a Pilates studio. So she's like, "I know you have deep core awareness.
Yes.
So you probably have the deep core strength to push on the Meg. Majority of people who get the Meg drip for preeclampsia do not get to have a vaginal birth. They majority get a C-section
because they just like they
can't. You're not aware of like your body.
Yeah.
You're in that cloud.
Yes.
So I feel really lucky that my doctor listened to me, took into account your
experience and your strength, and
Yep. And I also am lucky it was Easter, so there were no booked inductions.
Yeah.
So I was one of the few inductions, so I got more attention.
Yeah.
So I, was able to push her out.
Did you have awareness? Because you have the epidural now too, right?
Yeah, the epidural now.
So you can't feel anything from your waist below?
That's what I thought too.
Okay.
You still have sensations.
Okay.
It's just not pain.
Okay.
So it's like, when you go to the dentist and you get your mouth numbed.
Yes.
And you get a cavity filled, you might not feel the pain of the drill.
Yep.
But you can still sense what's going on there.
Yes. Okay.
So your senses aren't lost. It's just numbed.
Yeah. Okay. So
yes, it's no longer painful, but it's still intense. And so my I guess labor was like 40 hours, 30 hours. I don't know.
Fuck.
Really long time. But I had the epidural for most of it, which was good. 2 days. And then my delivery was like an hour. Which
like
is
an hour of like the
pushing,
baby's coming out.
Maybe 40 minutes.
All right, that's a class right there. There you go.
It's not bad. It's not bad compared to stories I've heard for their first. So I'm pushing, and I'm just so grateful that I worked out throughout my pregnancy, even when it was hard, and did core throughout my pregnancy, which a lot of people are scared of doing, because my doctor even told me, like, we didn't know it, but because of the stress of the induction and everything going on, my cord wrapped twice around my baby's neck.
Oh my God. Of course.
So I needed to push fast at the end there when we realized that the cord was wrapped around her neck twice so that she could get out ASAP.
Yeah.
So that she could survive. And my doctor told me, your core strength saved your baby's life.
Put that on your billboard for your studio. Right?
And I tell a lot of people that. And I don't tell. I'm very careful though, because if you're pregnant, I don't want to scare you.
Yeah.
But then if you're pregnant, I want you to understand that what you're doing matters. Your core strength throughout pregnancy matters. It is the matter of life or death for your baby. It's also a matter of your healing.
Yeah.
But my core strength saved my baby's life, and my doctor told me that.
Yeah.
She did come out like not breathing, not moving, but the NICU nurses there are so incredible. I was at Christ, but I know we are lucky to live in Cincinnati and have so many incredible hospitals and doctors.
And do you have, are you like
aware of what's going on?
Not really.
Not really.
Yeah. My husband, again, like who you choose as your partner, that matters. That's the most important decision in your life.
In your entire life. In your entire life.
Because he's amazing. I give him a lot of crap, but he is our rock.
Yeah.
He totally, I'm like, you go be with our baby.
Yeah.
So he felt horrible leaving me because I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
But he went over to our baby, and then she was breathing and healthy, and we're lucky.
Yeah.
We're so lucky.
But Kyland, I do want to like acknowledge and say that that is trauma.
It is trauma. I felt myself similar to when we had the abortion for the ectopic pregnancy. When they said she wasn't breathing, I could feel myself disassociating.
Of course.
And I'm sure you've been through some trauma too. So I know that you know what I'm talking about when I say like totally disassociating. So when I say I don't remember, like I really don't because I totally disassociate from the experience.
Yeah. And I understand. I'm sure I would be the same way in that you live through this like year of uncertainty and discomfort and like suffering and trauma and danger to your own life, danger to your child. You live through this like year, and then you have like a healthy baby, you're good, and it's so easy to be like, well, we have a healthy baby, we got everything that we wanted, so we can discredit like all that other shit that happened because like we get what we want, but like that other shit was a lot.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
it can't negate
two truths can be true. Like, I don't know.
And I just don't, I hear women say that all the time, all the time. And I'm like, I hear you. Yes, I'm with you. But like, also I feel like I don't want you to discredit also all the fucking
But
stuff.
I do feel like I need to say like, I feel blessed even then because I know what it feels like when you don't get to have that dream of the baby at the end zone. And so I know, and women don't mean harm on another person but you're like, but at least you have a baby.
Yeah.
So I give those qualifiers not to discredit myself, but I find myself doing that because I feel really lucky. And it's just the truth. Like I know what it feels like to not get the like the baby at the end or get pregnant.
And so it's
almost like I do that because I want people to know, like, I understand you're feeling like, but at least you have this baby and you mean it genuinely.
I can see that. You want to just like extend this like empathetic, like, I see you, I hear you. Yeah. No, I understand that. It's so complex.
There's
so many feelings. There's so many emotions.
And everyone handles it differently.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now you're like in like recovery mode. Yeah, you have the baby,
and
we're happy.
I told you I get on these tangents.
No, you're good. You're perfect.
And,
you're perfect.
So we have the baby, and we're in the hospital. And unfortunately, usually when you give birth to the baby, your preeclampsia, like getting the placenta. So it's caused by the placenta. My placenta was hardened like a rock, like you could knock on it.
Oh my god!
And it's supposed to be soft, like an organ.
Tissue,
So it's caused by placenta. So my placenta's out. So we're thinking my blood pressure should go back to normal. And it is not. It is still really elevated. So I was in the hospital for a week following birth. But finally they were able to get my blood pressure consistently at 150 over like 80, which
still high.
Like that's what most people go to the hospital with.
Yeah. Okay.
But for me, it was so much lower than what it had been the whole week that they were like, keep taking your blood pressure 4 times a day, and then we'll let you go home. So I went home.
Yeah. So then that's kind of like when really like your like new life is like starting.
My new life is
you
starting.
You have this baby physically in your home, like. And I'm sure if I know you're kind of like, all right, so when do I get to be back to my routine?
Yeah.
When do I get to start doing all the things I used to like? So like now this baby's not in me. Now it's here. I love her so much. We can go do things together. Like when can this start happening?
Yes. Yes.
When do
I was like working in the hospital.
It's like, did you like, when can I feel like I
myself.
did before, but just with a baby?
And that is the most, so I put on my Instagram like a question box, like I'm going on with the fit, talking about pregnancy and postpartum. And the only question I got repeatedly was, when do I feel like myself again? And I'm like, newsflash, I don't know. I don't know.
If I know anything about like going through transition, going through grief, going through trauma, having these, it's that I don't know if that is actually possible, that it's you not. Return to that self, but you grow into a new self.
Yeah. And you feel stronger every month and everything. So I was eager, to your point, get back to a routine and like, how does my baby fit into my life? Not, and I think I needed to reframe my mindset. What does my new life look like versus how does this fit?
Because we don't like change. It's hard. It's scary. And like, and I don't say it in a way to like scare people of like, you don't ever get to like be your former self, but like, how could you how could you?
And like on that note though, like there are moments I feel like myself.
Yeah.
Like,
cause there's a core of you that's always there. There's a core of you.
I'm just like a better version of myself. And all your best traits do become stronger. And I think I'm a stronger person because of what I went through, but also empathetic to my clients when they are going through their own experiences with this crazy womanly experience. But my blood pressure stayed high. So I was just eager to get back to working out, but also understanding that I needed to rest in order to heal. My liver actually, I had HELLP syndrome, which is severe preeclampsia where it turns into organ failure. So my, I don't like, all my numbers were just crazy, all my blood tests and stuff. And my liver enzymes were extremely elevated. And that was like really crazy because I didn't drink since 2023. So that didn't really make sense. And that continued to be a problem throughout postpartum where my numbers were consistently high. So I still don't drink, still don't do anything recreational. Not that I really did before anyway. I eat really clean because of it.
Of course.
But when I was about 6 weeks postpartum, I got cleared to work out again.
6 weeks. Okay.
So that was a super big win.
Yeah, that feels like nothing. 6 weeks is nothing.
It was nothing.
Yeah.
It was nothing. I got cleared to work out, so I feel really lucky for that.
Yeah.
And I was taking my blood pressure during it, and my blood pressure kept skyrocketing every time I worked out. So like physically I could work out, but like
your body was like,
my body was like,
we don't want this right now. We don't want this.
And
right
I
now.
was feeling so defeated. And for me, always working out has been my therapy. So to have that taken away from me was one of the hardest things. So I was going to all these different doctors trying to figure it out. And then actually I was pumping. So I wanted to give my baby breast milk. And she didn't latch because she was born early. So I just pumped.
Yeah.
And when I went to one doctor, she was like, you have to get healthier. Your hormones, this is primarily hormone driven. Your hormones are crazy, which is normal postpartum.
Right.
But I think, this doctor said, I think that potentially your body is in a state of fight or flight, thinking it's still pregnant because you're breastfeeding. So that was a really hard decision to come to because I knew that breast is best or whatever. But there are so many amazing formulas out there, and I had a backstock of some breast milk, and I hated pumping anyway, but it was really mentally hard for me to give up what I dreamed to give my baby breast milk.
Yeah.
But
God, it's just like this huge process of letting go.
A huge process of letting go.
Surrender.
And I have major control issues before this.
So many women do. We're conditioned to do that. Yeah. Like, so we're like setting ourselves up just to do this thing that we want to do so bad, and that we want to have so bad. And then like feeling like at every turn you're failing. Every turn. Like I couldn't, and it makes you feel, and I know that this is not logic and true, but it made me feel like I'm like, at least I'm producing so much milk and it's the right amount and I have to give that up. Right.
It made me feel like I wasn't meant to be a mom. Like I truly and genuinely thought at the bottom of my soul that I was not meant to be a mom. and which was crazy.
Yeah, but I
because
I feel
like my
for you.
baby and I are the best bond.
Well, and it's like, but like you said, it's not logical.
It's not logical.
Not logical.
And your postpartum hormones are crazy. Your mind tells you crazy lies.
Yes.
And
yes.
So I stopped breastfeeding, and honestly, that is what healed my blood pressure.
Yeah.
I am back to normal blood pressure.
I feel like we have to remember, like as women, like we really, really have to remember that like through, if we're thinking about the entirety of our lifespan, right? And like how much we change and what we go through. And if we think about like biologically how we have evolved, and like you might not be able to work out for a little bit.
And it's okay.
You might not be able to get to the gym for months.
And you might get cleared to work out and still not be able to work out. And that's okay too. Yeah. And a lot of people were telling me like, you're so inspiring. You're always in the gym. You're always working out. And I'm like, it looks that way on social media because I'm proud of myself and I own a business.
Yes.
Like I have to showcase that I'm doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But it wasn't as pretty as a picture as social media. So we also have to keep in mind, we can't compare ourselves to other moms.
And also I think it's important to say like, you're so, someone saying you're so inspirational, you're back in the gym, you're you're doing all these things. Like it can be equally as inspirational.
Yeah.
If you were like, hey, I got to take a break.
Yeah.
And I got to do some other type of work on myself that's not physical. Like that's inspiring too.
Right. It was both good.
Yeah.
And I wanted to really paint a positive light too. Like, okay, you will get to work out again.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So my blood pressure, once I stopped breastfeeding and like, God willing, if I get to have another baby, then I will probably not breastfeed for that baby.
And you know so much now.
I know so much now. And I know how much better the formula was for my baby than the breast milk was.
Yeah.
Because it created a healthier mom.
Exactly.
And that's what matters.
Exactly.
And I'm also 9 months postpartum now, so I also can logically understand I was meant to be a mom.
Yes. No, I know, but
that was just
our
crazy
minds
talk.
They say shit. You
do.
cannot believe everything that you think. You can't. Okay, so I really like hear from you just kind of quickly about like your like how is taking care of yourself now compared to like before the baby.
So I now have such an appreciation for my workouts.
Yeah.
And my husband, this is my big tip for moms that I really wanted to say. Make sure your partner understands how important it is for your mental health and your physical health that you do get movement in.
Yeah.
My biggest tip is it doesn't have to look the way it looked before you were pregnant, but get movement in. I don't care what it is.
A walk, a stretch,
50 sit-ups in your living room, and that's it.
Yeah.
But like that's a lot when you're postpartum. Yeah. Trust me, that's a lot.
Yeah.
But do something and make sure your partner is committed too. So Jack I would lay out my schedule for the week for my workouts. I get 1 hour to work out, and it's not workout. It's actually for me. And not 1 hour a week, 1 hour a day.
Yeah.
And maybe that was a walk, whatever it was. And Jack was committed to making that happen for me.
That's lovely.
It's so important. So I do have an hour, maybe not every day, I'm a mom, but at least 4 times a week, I get 1 hour to work out 4 times a week. And that might mean right now, Jack doesn't get 4 times a week, 1 hour to work out.
Yeah.
And he's been incredibly supportive of making sure that happens for me.
Yep.
And it's everything.
Yeah.
It's so important for my mental health. And on that note, a lot of people ask me like, when does this workout start feeling normal again? When can I do this again? And everyone's different, but I will say every 3 months to me felt like a shift. Closer and closer to getting back to normal.
Yeah.
Less and less modifications for myself. And something I've noticed with a majority of clients is every 3 months, if you are able to work out twice, 3 times a week, like every 3 months you're going to notice I'm stronger than I was.
Yeah. That's a good marker. That is a really good marker. Are you doing anything for like the mental?
I mean, it's I don't know.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Working out for me is mental.
Yes. That's such a fair answer.
Know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the dead of winter in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Don't talk to me about it. I am being so serious. So I'm like, what is anyone doing except being on the couch or being on their bed? Like, what is anyone doing?
Right. Summer House is back.
That's going to be fun.
And that's mental health.
Yeah, absolutely. A good TV
Reading
show.
books.
Yeah.
Good books. I don't know.
No, I like it.
I'm not the person to go to for that.
No, I like it. Kyland, I'm so thankful for you to come on here and like share your story with us. And
I'm sorry we didn't talk more fitness about it.
No. This is like, this is the conversation that needed to come out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like every time I sit down here and like I might have an idea, a guest might have an idea, and like whatever comes out is like the thing that was supposed to come out. That's the thing that people are supposed to hear. And I think that you just touched on, I don't know, so many pieces that I believe that women will really be able to like hold on to.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah,
I hope so.
For sure. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
I will be back in the gym.
There is no pressure. I was thinking this on my drive over. Like, there is never pressure from me to either come to my studio or get back in.
No, I know.
I just hope that you come because you want it.
I do want it. Yeah. I really do.
We'll see you soon.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at Chrissy Gurley and at What the Fit Podcast. Full video episodes will be available on Spotify and YouTube, so follow and subscribe. If you're loving What the Fit, please help spread the word. Send it to a friend, share it to your story, and if you're looking for even more exclusive content, become a Patreon member. You can find it at patreon.com/whatthefitpodcast.